You're about to watch our Dump Bucket bonus video, but before you do that, make sure you check out the main video at this link below.
If drinking's a sin, the devil's my friend, so give me a shot of what's left of the gin.
What are your beers is like, do you think, well, let me get a little bit sober.
Let me sober for a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What beer's been going the quickest?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, for the VIP hour, we brought a case of Radio Action, like the double IPA in bottles. So that was going like hotcakes. The collab that we did with Burnham, we had probably a few bottles of that we were tapped. That went really quick.
Wow.
That was the Imperial Blonde Smoked Ale with like honey and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh.
But as far as like what we currently have on, the cask is going real quick. That's not a finger. Yeah. It's like, it might be done. No, we're still good.
Can you describe what went into that?
Yeah, so it was an oatmeal porter that we did. Very light, only 4.9% ABV. And we did a very short or brief sour mash just to give it a little bit of acidity to kind of like, I don't know, perk up the palate a little bit. And then in the cask, we essentially dry hopped it with like fresh cocoa nibs. So that's why you get a lot of that cocoa in the nose. But it's almost like in the flavor, it's almost like a chocolate-covered raisin. Or I was even describing it as like sourdough bread with a little bit of Nutella on top, you know, like toasted sourdough bread. So, yeah. Thin Red Line's been killing it too. That's our hoppy red ale. That one's been doing really well, so, yeah. We're launching the Mug Club tomorrow, so that's going to be good. We just did the bottle release of Radio Action. Shortly after that's going to be Ivy Mike, the next in the Atomic IPA series.
The very delicious beer.
Yes, you had
Oh,
Ivy Mike.
that is so good.
You had it before it was even officially commercial.
Oh,
You got
I
to
love
taste
that beer.
the test batch.
So you guys still have a pretty strong plan on growing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're still going to add some more indie accounts, you know, as we go. But we've already been talking about moving the tap room downtown Valpo. We've talked about, you know, the next step in as far as brewing capacity goes. So yeah, there's it's just figuring out the right way to do it right now. That's kind of where we're at. So yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So we're getting there, man. You know, slowly but surely.
Oh, wait, say that again.
What's that?
We're getting that slowly but surely.
We're getting there slowly but surely.
Behind the Father's Beer. Father's Beer? I'm gonna have a good builder.
The labels kick ass.
Oh, I love that. Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So this is Burnham's artist, did these ones. So yeah, it turned out really good. We did a 15-gallon batch of this with Burnham. We collab brewed it like, I would say like springtime last year. And it went over so well that they were like, all right, we got to do a 7-barrel batch of it. So we did a 7-barrel batch. It's actually down here in India in bottles too. So I think they have it at Crown. If you ask them, they'll tell you where else in India it's at. So.
And that's the one. That's the one with the smoked honey, right?
Well, the first time we did it, it had the smoked honey. This time, what we did is we used smoked malt. We used smoked malt, and then we actually just added like a shit ton of local honey over ferment. So when it was close to done, we threw the honey in there, capped the fermenter, and let it carbonate with the honey. So yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What exactly goes into collaboration, especially the one you did with Burnham?
I would say the collaborations that we do with them are really easy because we just sit down over beers and we start with like the style. What kind of style do we want to do? What kind of craziness do we want to add to it? And then we just start building the recipe from that point. Someone will throw out like, oh, let's do this base malt, let's do this specialty malt, let's smoke honey, you know. Well, the name's funny with this one because we didn't have a name for it. And when we were brewing the beer the first time, the 15-gallon batch, we added just a little bit of smoked malt, but it wasn't enough to kind of like show up in the nose like when we were brewing it. So then we were like, well, what else can we do? We're already past the point of mashing. And Steve from Burnham suggested smoking the honey. And I was like, holy shit, yes. I said, absolutely, smoke that shit, man. And then we kind of made it a little PC and called it Smoke That Shit. So, yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Forefathers. Forefathers Brewing. Yeah, that's how dedicated I am. I'm willing to put this on my face and represent Valdo. Ah! Ah! Ah!
What are you doing?
Oh!